this rich, and here we have it in my lady's beautiful house. Yeah, you know, I'm happy to help you out of that dump. I know your lady's maid has left, and I'm probably not as good as she is. Oh, do you hear the iron horse going by out there? Yeah. Well, I've been your governess since you were 2, and so I think I'm capable of giving you a bath, although your lady's maid is probably much better at doing the bath time stuff than I am. At this age, I mean, my lady is now 20. Yes, and soon I know you're going to be getting married and leaving us, and that will be so sad. Okay, so I see you've wrapped yourself in a towel. That's fine. Now why don't you sit down and use the exfoliating scrub that I made for you. It's made with honey and salt and should be really, really good for your skin. That's it. You're doing great. And yes, you're gonna go ahead, step into the bathtub. Yeah. Shall we start by I can scrub your back? That'd be good? Yeah, I know. We've had this same back scratcher for such a long time, and it makes such a lovely noise in addition to being a back scratcher. Okay, sweetie, let me just top off your water with a little bit more water all the way up to the top, okay? And then if you lean forward, I'm gonna go ahead and really scrub your back here, okay?
Let me scrub your back really good.
So, down at the stores in town, they have some very modern products for, it's 1905, but you can find some really amazing things. And so I found this. It's liquid soap. I have it in lavender, or I have it in peach. Which would you prefer? The peach. Okay, that's great. Well, go ahead and get that. It smells so wonderful. The peach does. It smells like heaven. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and wipe that on you. Is that okay? Let me just get it all over my hands here. And then I'm just gonna wipe that. Wipe it all over you. It smells like heaven, this liquid soap. What are you reaching for? Your book? Yeah. Let me hand it to you. What are you reading? Robinson Crusoe. Oh my, such a good book. Yes, I love it. It's excellent. You love that book too. Oh, there's a knock on the door. Oh, come on in. Oh, thank you. Thank you, but, you know, she's in the bathtub. It's a little bit hard for her to... Well, she finally brought your tea. I'm just gonna go ahead and hand that to you. And if you need to hand it back to me, I know it can't be easy being in the bathtub and drinking some tea. Oh, and you know what I have that I'm gonna do? Well, first I'm wondering if you could just stick your foot out of the tub, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do this on the heel of your foot. Yeah, that's it. Just stick it out there. Oh, there we go. That's wonderful. Yeah, so I can't say that I'm excited about you getting married to Lord Cartwright, but I know that you love him very much, and I know he's very good. My reasons are, of course, selfish. I am going to miss you so much. Look, I made you something. Yeah. I made you this little pillow. Isn't it cute? It's a strawberry pillow made out of strawberries. Is it not the most adorable thing? I know, because for me, you are still 2, and I just thought that you needed a little strawberry pillow. I'm also making you some Easter bunting for your new royal estate. I know it's going to be huge. Will you have running water there too? Yeah, that's going to be wonderful. So, I'm making a little Easter bunting. I've got this one. Isn't it cute? Yeah, that's the first piece of the bunting. I think it's pretty cute. And it's got this little nose here. And she's walking along this little path. She's going by these little wildflowers. Oh, you know, I always have a story that goes along with everything. It's part of being a governess. So, here's another part of the bunting. And I'm starting to make a little garden. See, there's this little potting shed. And right next to it, I have the carrots and the radishes. I know. I have to make everything for you. You are practically like my own daughter, the daughter that I never had. Anyway, yeah, so can you just stick your heel back up there and we'll do that a little bit more. We'll get it. Yeah, it makes a lovely noise, doesn't it? I know it. Left foot. Right foot. Can you stick the right foot out? There we go. Wonderful. That is great. Now, I'm going to do the bottom of your feet, but I got a better loafer for this. I've got this one, which is just more of a scrubber. So could you just stick your left foot out again? There we go. And your right foot. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and, as well as the peach scrub, they also had peach lotion. So if I could just have you go ahead and put your feet up a little bit on the rim of, yeah, there you go. Have you go ahead and put your feet up on the edge of the... What's that you say? You need more water? Yeah, just go ahead and turn on the tap then. I know, this modern plumbing is just, it's a wonder, isn't it? It's so lovely. You know, it was 20 years ago I came over on the boat to work for your family and be a governess here. Yeah, that it worked out. Okay, so if you want to put your feet up, I'm going to gently massage your feet up a little bit. Yeah, just put your feet up on the... That's it. Put it there. all nice and coated with the cream. And then I'm going to put these little booties on that are made of something called plastic, some strange material that they have nowadays. And it's going to seal in the moisture on your feet. Well, now, of course, I'm going to. Now, can you just stick a foot up here for me? Yeah, just go ahead and stick your foot right in there. If you would, please. And we'll go ahead and get that all tied on there. So you can just relax. That's your left foot. Can I have your right foot? Go ahead and stick your right foot in there. There you go. It does make a really nice crinkly noise, doesn't it? Go ahead and get that tied. Yeah, now I know it's a little uncomfortable, but you have to keep your feet out of the water. But in the meantime, I thought I could go ahead and give you a facial, just like old times when we used to pretend to give each other facials. Yeah. So I was gonna start with some cream for your face. So I whipped up your favorite concoction for a facial. Remember when we used to pretend and I used to give you facials? Yeah, it was so much fun. I'm just gonna smear this all over your forehead and on your nose. I always see the cute little 2-year-old nose when I'm doing this. And on your chin. Yeah, they brought me in when you were only 2. There was nothing to teach you. We used to sing little songs. I mean, you were too little even to do the alphabet, and you had a nanny. You were very close to your nanny at that time. You didn't need a governess when you were only 2. Let's put this on your cheeks and on your chin. Just right along here on these cheeks here. Right there. Yeah, those were the days when you were so little. Your brother was running around. He was only 1. He never wore his pants. We were always chasing him around the nursery, trying to put the pants on him. But remember when you took some lotion and spread it all over your father's carved wooden eagle on his desk? Remember how mad he was? Okay, so that, as you recall, with this mixture that I make, this patented mixture, we have to leave it in there on your skin for just about 5 minutes, and then we'll go ahead and wash it off really good with a washcloth, and then we'll put on some other stuff some serums and some hydration kind of serums. Well, I'm not sure what I was trying to say. Anyway, of course I'm going to tell you a story before you get into bed. Of course I am. You know I'm always good for that. I'm always good for a story. While you're sitting there, I'm going to go ahead and put this nice towel over you. It'll help steam your face while you're wearing that mask. And you know what I'll do? I'll go ahead and start the story if you want. So tonight's story takes place in the distant future in 2075. Can you imagine 2075? Oh my. I think we will be flying Mr. Ford's automobiles by that time. What do you think? Okay, no, you just lay there. And I will go ahead and read the story, my friend. Chapter 1. A biography of the prince. It doesn't get any better than that, Meg, my editor says. We are drinking glasses of Krug 2000 and staring up at the soaring ceilings of the Hugo Merce Gallery on the Upper East Side. My eyes travel down to the paintings on the walls. Vivid swirls, dashes, and bold lines grow brightly under track lighting. I reply, trying to keep from tottering over. I'm not much for heels or alcohol, and the combination is testing my coordination. There you go. How you feeling? Let me go ahead and wipe it off your face then, okay? I'm just gonna wipe it so gently. Wipe it. Wipe. 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 Let me do the other side of you. Gently wipe it off of you there. There, your face is all clean. Yeah, so if you want, I think we can take those booties off and then you can just dip your feet. Yeah, we'll just take the booties off and you can dip your feet. Untie it for you. And you can put your foot back in the water and rinse it off there. Stick your foot back in the water. Alright. And I'm going to go ahead and use this roller on you if that's okay. Yeah. I'm going to use it on your face. Help you relax a little bit. There you go. I know. So, have you been with your mother yet to start looking at fabrics for the wedding dress? That's so exciting. Are you going to have Madame Elise make your dress? You might order it from Paris. Wow. That's so fantastic. Oh, look, your cat has come in. Oh, I know. He makes so much noise. He's such a cutie, though. Here he comes. Maybe he's going to helping you in the bathtub. Yeah, normally, from now on, your lady maid will do this, and she probably does a better job than me. Excellent. Okay. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and put a few drops of this serum on your skin, especially formulated for you. And I don't understand, but the alchemist in town told me that it helps to exfoliate your skin. So I'll just put a few drops on. And then he also made this for you. It's the cutest thing. Is it not the cutest? And it's a serum that he made, and he said this one is especially hydrating for your skin. So let me go ahead and put that on you. I'm just gonna go. Yeah. When you get out of the bathtub and get your nightgown on and get in bed, then I will tell you the rest of the story. Will that be good? Yeah. Okay. Then we have this one. Strawberries. We'll let that sit in, and then we'll put the strawberries on. And then I have a special surprise that the chef helped me. He made you something very special for your bath. He made you something very special for your bath. He made you something special. Ta-da! Yeah, you've seen them sitting over there by the side of the tub, and you were so polite that you didn't even ask what they were. They are, the chef made these special for you, and they fizz in the bath water. These are made like donuts. I know you don't have those here in Edwardian England, but in the United States we have those. For you, he made these little tiny macaroon. He made these little tiny macaroons. And yeah, they're made with citric acid, so they foam in the water, and they're really nice. I didn't put one in because I already put in some special salts, some magnesium, because I know you've been feeling tired and you've been having a hard time sleeping. So I think the magnesium salts will help. But yeah, I think that'll be good. So let me put on a little bit more. Well, actually, I haven't put on any yet. Yeah, so let me go ahead and put on this special little hydrating stuff for your face. And then it's gonna be time for you to get out of the tub, get a nightgown on, and we'll go ahead and finish the story, okay? Here, I've got this. Just gonna, I see it, just gonna spritz it, and then I will put it on your face, okay? Such a sweet face. Oh, how I love this face. I've been taking care of you for so long now, and your face is so special. Let's put it on your forehead there, and on your nose, on your cheek, on your right cheek, on your chin. How's that feel? Yeah, that should help. Yeah, that should help make it nice. That should help with the moisturizing and all that. So let me get your towel, and we'll have you get out of the bathtub, okay? All right. I hope you don't mind. I took my shoes off. There we are. Do you want to step out? Yeah. It's always a pleasure to help you with while you're toweling off and getting your nightgown on and crawling into bed. I'll just go back to reading the story. Will that be okay? I'm just gonna go ahead and start over. Is that okay? I'm just gonna go ahead and start here. A biography of the prince? It doesn't get any better than that, Meg, my editor says. We are drinking glasses of Krug 2000, staring up at the soaring ceiling of the Hugo Merce Gallery on the Upper East Side. My eyes travel down to the paintings on the walls. Vivid swirls, dashes, and bold lines grow brightly under track lighting. I reply, trying to keep from tottering over. I'm not much for heels or alcohol, and the combination is testing my coordination. You must be so proud of Sean, she murmurs. He's at the top of his game. Proud of him? Why would I be proud of him? Once upon a time, I had thought of him as the one. That was before he broke off. In dramatic fashion. I drain my glass, feeling wobbly. I write myself, proud of him, yes. He deserves it. He's a salt-encrusted slug. I'm sorry, what? Meg's eyebrows arch in confusion above her nerdy retro glasses. I mean, he's the salt of earth. That guy, a salt-encrusted slug. Where did that thought come from? It came from my insomnia problems and the 7th generation Ambien, which appears to kill my short-term memory, and also this champagne, which is so rich and creamy. My eyes flit around the room. It's a veritable who's who of New York, or at least Meg thinks so. I have to take her word for it, since all of these people are alive and ticking. I have no idea who they are. They stand with their bodies making strange angles, staring at the pictures on the walls and assessing them with small nods of their heads. It's a plum job, that's for sure. Of course, I remember the days when Shauna and I were crawling around Sardis, trying to track down the last remaining bits of the treasure of Croesus, doing solid research. I pontificate and sway dangerously on the high heels that are strapped to my feet. The shoes were a bad idea. Who was I trying to impress anyway? Tatum? I glance around the room again. She's nowhere to be found. Wait. There she is, on the floating stairway that leads to the 2nd floor. She's tan and gorgeous as always. She's a combination of va-va-voom and wide-eyed freckled little girl. A combination that proves lethal to every man. I've yet to meet one who could resist her. You're not still infatuated with Sean, are you? You guys broke up, what was it, ages ago? Meg asks. 3 months ago, 3 months, I mumble. Meg has no real interest in my personal life. All she wants to know is how fast I can crank out the autobiography of Sargon of Acadia, or Ashurbanipal the Assyrian. I'm a money-making machine for her. The fact that her 2 full-time writers stopped collaborating has simply been a financial inconvenience for her and all the management of Snelling's publishing house. It's a glorious affair, Meg darling, and a party for the launch of what promises to be a very interesting read. How did you pull it off? How did you get Buckingham Palace to agree when the prince has always shunned the press? Queries a man with silver hair gliding into the middle of our conversation. He's wrapped in a tuxedo and looks as if he just stepped off his 50-foot yacht. Pierre, it was nothing. The biography will be strictly the facts, that's all. We have a reputation for writing the truth at Snelling's, and may I add that Sean deserves this appointment. His biography of Prime Minister Morton was a bestseller. Not to mention that the Prime Minister herself loved it. Yes, well, that's because you didn't get into all the dirt on her, did you? Pierre asks with a sardonic smile. Meg's face turns sour. I don't think she likes this line of questioning. Quickly she changes the subject. And may I introduce you to our other talented biographer, Trudy Rue? Pierre appears taken back by such an unglamorous name spoken at such a chic party. I have to agree. My name was an unfortunate choice on behalf of my parents, and a name devoid of all good taste, like the entire decades of the 1970s. Miss Rue? Pierre murmurs, looking vaguely as if he might be a hand kisser. Indeed, he is a hand kisser. snatches my free hand and pulls it to his lips. I stare at him, appalled, and wipe his slobber on my black dress. Where is this man from? Bulgaria? Romania? Montenegro? I can't tell by his accent. And what is it you write? He eyes me like a vampire. I've just finished a biography of King Alulim. He reigned for 30,000 years. My, that is a long time. Pierre practically moans with pleasure, as if I've made some kind of strange double entendre. I think perhaps you have had too much to drink, Miss Rue. Make eyes, both of us. I can tell by the expression on her face that she finds all this flirting unsavory. I have no idea why she gives me the stink eye. Is she nuts? Does she think I am encouraging this behavior? No, it's a Sumerian myth. He was the first king recorded in Sumerian history. You have to understand the concept of time was different for people back then. They were a pre-literate society. A waiter comes by, wrapped up tight in his own tuxedo. Deftly, Pierre swipes a drink off the man's tray. With one smooth gesture, he places it in my free hand, while simultaneously snatching my empty glass and placing it back on the tray with all of the other glasses. Have another glass of champagne. Do go on. I absolutely love ancient history, Pierre oozes, which is why I bought into Schelling's as soon as it went public. I've got tons of your stock. He emphasizes your stock, trying to give it a secondary sexy meaning. I'm sorry, I'm just going to congratulate Sean and then I'm home to bed, I say. Pierre looks really hopeful at the word bed, as if he thinks I might be extending some sort of an invite. I need to sleep. I just flew in from Singapore, Meg corrects. She means Singapore. She just flew back from a book junket. The Singaporeans adore her biographies, don't they, Trudy? Singapore. What is wrong with my tongue? It's true. I've been on a book junket to both Hong Kong and Singapore. I'm no good at sleeping on planes, and the entire flight back I couldn't sleep a wink, not even after taking an Ambien. I should have dived into bed the moment the taxi dropped me off at my apartment, but instead I changed clothes and dashed across Manhattan to make it to the gallery on time for the party. Now, as I sway on my heels, I realize what I really want to do is return home and fall down face first onto my bed. Thinking that I could be asleep within the hour, I say my goodbyes to Meg and Pierre. The latter watches my every move as I make my way over to the bottom of the floating staircase. Luckily for me, Pierre's eyes follow my gaze up the stairs to Tatum. That's all it takes. Pierre's face registers instant infatuation, and just like that I am Pierre free. I must congratulate Sean before I leave, I think, as I climb the stairs with laborious movements. Yes, I think. I wore these dangerously spiky heels for Tatum. I wanted to see what a sex kitten I can be. Even though she has taken my man, I want her to know that I am a desirable being. So what if I have an unglamorous name and an ever-increasing dress size? Moving from one step to the next, the 6-inch spikes on the heels of my shoes actually work against me. It's as if I'm strapped to some kind of strange workout device. Using a combination of waddling and thrusting, I managed to make it to the second floor landing. Tatum is here, surrounded by a bevy of people. She resembles a Ralph Lauren ad. A white linen sheet accents her curves in the most tasteful of ways. Whereas silver-haired Pierre looks as if he just stepped off a yacht, Tatum looks as if she just crewed Il Moro di Venezia 2 in Hudson Bay by herself. She doesn't meet my eyes as I waddle and thrust my way up the next flight of stairs. I finally make it to the 3rd floor. Meg informed me that Sean is up here signing copies of his book, Prime Minister Morton, One Woman's Mission to Change the United Kingdom. I glance around the gallery and spy Leanne Schelling's administrative assistant sitting at a desk with a pile of books. She informs me that Sean has retreated into one of the back offices for a little rest and relaxation. That sounds like Sean. He's not a people person, At least, not a living people person. Like me, he loves history's infamous dead. For most of his life, Sean has shunned the spotlight, although in the last year his ambitions have risen. While working on the Martin book in England, he became a man who dogged the Prime Minister. He wrote about her with flair, trying to write a biography that could actually sell outside the Singapore market. After hitting the New York Times bestseller list, Sean changed. I watched as he became eager to pursue the rich and influential. It came as no surprise then that he jumped at the chance to be the biographer of the prince. He'll be off to England soon, this time to Buckingham Palace. I shuffle around a clear glass counter where the well-moneyed write out 80,000 checks to purchase paintings. These heels cause me to walk with the gait of a wounded rhino, but slowly I make my way to the back offices. Here pens and pencils are artfully arranged in jewel-colored jars on bright white desks. All the other office clutter is neatly tucked away in the fuchsia-stained teakwood cabinets that run from floor to ceiling. Fuchsia-stained teakwood. Who would do such a thing? I wonder. Spying a light on in one of the back rooms, I stop in my tracks. This will be the first time I have spoken to Sean since he left. That's okay, I tell myself. It's time to bury the hatchet. Time to shake his hand and wish him well. This biography of the prince will bring him even more success. I need to tell Sean that all is fair in love and war. I need to wish him well. After all, Schnelling's publishing house has never thrown a party for a book that has yet to be written. Sean has become a big to-do. I wish the greatest of successes is on the tip of my tongue, but somehow it comes out all wrong. Some unexplainable thing comes out of my mouth. In my sleep-deprived Ambien second glass of champagne state, my tongue and my brain seem unwilling to work together. I end up shouting words like bastard, anteater, spiny, in rapid succession. I continue screaming nonsense at the top of my lungs as I enter the small office. Then I freeze, because Sean is face down on the desk, with a pool of his own blood swirling about. Apparently there are many protocols one must follow when going to Buckingham. Meg explained them to me 2 weeks later, but I'm not able to retain much. After finding Sean murdered, my insomnia increased exponentially. At night, I close my eyes, but I don't sleep. You're not supposed to show the king or queen the back of your body, Meg informs me, holding up a wagging finger like some expert in royal etiquette. Only the front, so you have to walk backwards out of a room if you're presented to royalty. Walk backwards out of a room? Time is limited, so make the most of it, Meg adds. Then she drops into something resembling a curtsy. Like this. Crossing her legs, she bends down into a strange squat. I eye her suspiciously. I may not know much about the current royal family, but I'm pretty sure this is not the correct white curtsy. Are you paying attention, Trudy? This is important. I'm not paying attention. I'm having a lot of trouble concentrating. Everywhere I look, I see Sean face down in a pool of his own blood. The police called me. They said Sean was shot about 10 minutes before I found him. They said the killer must have used a silencer because no one, not even Leanne, heard the shot. A few hours after I leave Meg's office, I am on a flight bound for Heathrow. Modern technology has shaved a whole hour off the route since my father used to travel to London to give lectures. It's now a 4.5-hour flight, which is just long enough to be extremely annoying, but not long enough to get any rest. I sit down in my first-class pod. In fact, I am taking Sean's place in every way. The ticket was meant for him, which causes me to feel both sad and guilty about this state of events. My guilt increases further as I glance about the first-class cabin. Sean and I used to refer to these seats as the Mac Daddy seats. When I was writing about Sargon and Ashurbanipal, I was always in the back of the plane where there was never enough room for my long legs. Today I stow my legs comfortably, fasten my seatbelt, and pull out the thick folder marked Prince Alexander of the House of Windsor. Meg told me to scrutinize every paper in the folder. The first item is written in bright red ink entitled, List of questions you are not allowed to ask the prince. The list is a mile long, with the first sentence underlined 3 times. Do not ask Prince about his relationship with women, period. I snort. Who would want to know about the prince's relationship with women? The man has not even produced progeny. He's not like Henry I, who had over 21 illegitimate children, but lost his only male heir when the White Ship went down in 1120. Now that's fascinating stuff. What has the modern-day prince done? He's not even married yet, and he's, 30, 31? I flip to the next page in the file. It's a picture of Prince Alex. For a moment, my mouth drops open. The man is stunning. A knockout. Great head of hair, blue eyes, and a smile that goes on and on like the Atlantic. Peanuts? The flight attendant asked, startling me. Ah, the return of peanuts to air travel. Once upon a time they were a staple on all flights. Did you know? I ask him. The flight attendant doesn't respond. Full of factoids, I continue. Did you know they almost disappeared completely from air travel at the turn of the millennium? The flight attendant looks stymied. Obviously he's not a man for trivia. He hands me my peanuts and moves on to the gentleman ahead of me. Well, they did, I sputter, responding to my own question, because people used to have deadly allergies to them. But now that modern medicine has cured nut allergies, everyone can enjoy the tiny wonder that is the peanut. I continue, and pull at the little notch on the top of my bag, which optimistically reads, Open here. Exhausted, I decide to worry about the prince's file later.